Recently, the Qatari government has warned a number of countries that isolating the Taliban could result in further instability in the war-torn nation of Afghanistan, and hopes to get other nations to address the current security and socioeconomic issues plaguing the country, with Foreign Minister Mohammed bin Abdul Rahman Al Thani stating, "If we are starting to put conditions and stopping this engagement, we are going to leave a vacuum, and the question is, who is going to fill this vacuum?" German Foreign Minister Heiko Maas, addressing reporters alongside Al Thani, said that talks with the Taliban would be inevitable, and that instability in Afghanistan could not be afforded. The Taliban, after a month-long offensive, captured the Afghani capital of Kabul on August 15th, and has since declared a new government under the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan, with Taliban commander Hibatullah Akhundzada serving as emir. While the Taliban has called for an all-inclusive government and has promised rights for women, a key concern for many Western nations, especially the United States, recent crackdowns on women's protests and an offensive into the rebel-held Panjshir Valley seem to have indicated otherwise. Qatar, a prominent U.S. ally in the Persian Gulf, has hosted an office for the Taliban since 2013. The Taliban has used this office to host talks with various nations over the course of the past decade, though these talks have repeatedly broken down, although a temporary peace agreement was reached in 2020. Qatar was not one of the three nations to recognize the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan when it was the official government from 1996 to 2001, though Qatari rivals Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates, as well as Pakistan, recognized the government, though this was withdrawn after the US-backed coalition invasion in the aftermath of the 9/11 attacks. As of now, Bangladesh appears to be the only nation that would be willing to recognize the Taliban government, with nations such as Canada and the United Kingdom officially stating that they would not recognize the Taliban. The struggle for recognition and the ongoing conflict in Afghanistan will likely impede the progress of the UN Sustainable Development Goals, notably Goals 16 and 17, as until the fighting stops, peace and justice cannot be achieved in Afghanistan, and if the Taliban government does not receive recognition from other nations, it will most likely make collaborations with those nations on these goals near impossible, notably Goals 5 and 9, with the former being gender equality, and 9 being industry, innovation, and infrastructure, much of which will have likely been destroyed as a result of the past 20 years of war. But we will continue to monitor the situation as it develops, and to see if any changes may occur to the Taliban's rhetoric and actions. This is Connor Davidson, ASNC, Kabul.